Hello there, this is the Bookkeeping Master on YouTube. Welcome to Debits and Credits Explained. Let's jump right in. The key points to take away from this tutorial, this explanation, are number one, double entry bookkeeping requires at least 2 transactions. Hence the name double entry. There's always at least one debit and one credit. So if you have a debit entry, there's going to be a credit entry, or at least one credit entry, and vice versa. If you have a credit entry, there's going to be at least one debit entry. Double entry bookkeeping, it is a great way of accounting. The other point to take away, debit is not necessarily money in, and credit is not necessarily money out, and vice versa. And moving on from that, a common question I get is my bank account says I'm in debit or I'm in credit. That doesn't agree with double entry bookkeeping. Forget about your bank statements and what they say on the bank statement. This is accounting. This is different to banking. Any questions along the way, let me know below. This is your cheat sheet. This is the easiest way to learn double entry bookkeeping, and that is PEARLS. This PEARLS acronym. PEA are all debit entries. RLS are all credit entries. P is for purchases. E is for expenses. A is assets. So any transaction that is a purchase or an expense, or in other words, a cost or an overhead, will be a debit entry. Any purchases of assets, any assets that the business owns, and that is the key word for assets, it's something that the business owns. These are also debit entries. So purchases, expenses, assets, these are your debit entries. Your credit entries are going to be revenue, so money into the business, such as bank interest received. Liabilities. Liabilities are things that the business owes. So assets are something that the business owns. A motor vehicle, property, equipment. Liabilities are items that the business owes, such as loans, mortgages, credit cards, tax. These are liabilities and these are credits. Sales, S for sales. Sales are also credits. So whenever you're faced with a transaction, ask yourself, is this a purchase, an expense, or an asset? If it is, it's a debit entry. Or is it a revenue, a liability, or a sale? If it's one of them, it's a credit entry. But bear in mind, there's always 2 sides. There's a debit and a credit. So let's look at some examples. A business pays for fuel, 50 euros, 50 pounds, $50. It doesn't matter the currency. The business is paid out 50. Fuel is an expense. So if we go back to our PEARLS table, our expense is on the left side or the right side? They're on the left side. They are a debit. E for expenses. Fuel is an expense, so it's a debit. So the first side of our transaction is going to be debit fuel expense, 50. There has to be a corresponding credit, and that money is coming out of the bank account in this case, so that is the credit. Credit bank account, 50. There are always 2 sides of the transaction. There's always at least 2 things happening when a financial transaction occurs. In this example, money has left the bank account and has paid for fuel. Because 2 things have happened, there are 2 transactions, and there's always going to be at least 2 transactions, hence double entry bookkeeping, a debit and a credit. Let's have a look at another example. A business receives 10, once again that could be euros, pounds, dollars, for a sale. Are sales debit or credit? Think back to pearls. Where is sales on the table? It's on this right side. S for sales, that's a credit. So sales credit. So let's bring this back up. Credit the sales account, 10. The money was received into the bank account, so debit bank account, £10. Why is it debit? Well, we have to have a corresponding debit if we have a credit entry. We're crediting sales 10, so we need a corresponding debit. That money was paid into the bank account, so it's debit bank account. There are two things happening. Look at the description. A business receives. That's the first action. £10 for a sale. That's the second action. The business is receiving money and the money's for a sale. We have credit sales and debit the bank account. Let's look at one more example. A business receives a loan. Okay, you have two things happening and we have double entry bookkeeping. A business is receiving funds and it's for a loan. What is a loan? Is a loan an expense? Is it an asset? Is it a sale? Is it a liability? Well, a loan is something that the business owes. Something that the business owes is a liability, which is on the right side, which is a credit entry. So let's go back to slide 3. Here we go. So credit loan or credit loans, 10,000. We need a corresponding debit. That money's going into the business bank account, so debit the bank account, 10,000. Now I've gone through this very quickly. I understand that. It may have gone right over your head. Any questions, leave them below. If you need a better explanation, if you need more examples, if you need me to go more slowly, then I have a free bookkeeping course. It's all on YouTube just like this. It will cover all the basics, everything you need to know about double entry bookkeeping. You can find it on my YouTube channel, or you can head over to my website, which is here, freebookkeepingaccounting.com. Just click on free stuff. I have all of these free courses. They're all for free. There's a bookkeeping course right at the top. So top left here, bookkeeping basics. Click on that and you can learn all about double entry bookkeeping, all for free. Thank you so much for watching. If this video has been helpful, please like, please let me know in the comments section below. Please subscribe for more free bookkeeping, accounting and finance videos.